Hey guys, welcome back to the Miser's Guide to Evony. I just had a quick channel update that I wanted to share with you. Um, Recently, in the last day or two, I updated the general gear planner. It's something that I had released last year, a long time ago. Keep 35 seems like a long time ago. But it was something where you could go in and you could play around with uh, different equipment and so on and kind of see what the unrefined troop buffs and debuffs and so on were. And it was a very useful tool for long-term planning of a general. So especially if you are acquiring new pieces of gear or you're trying to set something up like, hey, I want to set up an effective ground PvP general, then you could go in and try to find out the ways that you could maximize the ground troop buffs. And, it was really great for that. But when Keep 40 hit and the civilization equipment started to be released, uh, things changed quite a bit. There's a whole bunch of new gear that is unreleased and it's, dropping every once in a while. We don't know what all the pieces are. So it's really, really hard to plan generals uh, with that in mind. You don't know what it's going to be like in a couple months. You might be making decisions that are not long term decisions because it might change and you might acquire other pieces. So I'm going to do my part. I'm doing the best I can here. I've updated, it's now version 2.0. So I've updated the first four civilization sets all the way up to Koryo. Koryo is not included. I mean, it is in the background, but I haven't included it in the list because it's incomplete currently. When it is, I'll add it in, and as new sets are fully released, I will update the general gear planner to 2.1, 2.2, or whatever to make those changes. Um, so you could go in right now, for example, and be like, okay, I'm going to try to set up an archer. Let me try with the plant bow and the freedom armor and the freedom helm. Like you can see where things end up, and it will update in the columns. And if you're looking for a ranged person, then you're wanting to increase this stuff. So you can play around with pieces with what is available here and see how that does change. So it's a nice little tool that I made for you guys a long time ago that would allow you to test things out without having to make the hard mistake of, whoops, I've wasted all the refinement stones on something and there was actually a better option in the first place. All right, guys. So it's out there. I will put the link in the description. What you're going to need to do is you're going to need to go to File. You can't see it so well on the screen there, but File, make a copy if you're on a PC. If you're on a different device like an I don't know, like an iPad or something like that, it might be a little different. And really, I just suggest doing this on a computer because clicking around on spreadsheets and stuff is not good on mobile devices. So if you're on a computer, make your own copy. If you don't make a copy, you can't edit. Even if you try to request and stuff, I'm just going to ignore it because I'm not going to let you edit the main copy for everybody. You got to make your own copy, as many copies as you want, maybe one for ground, one for ranged, one for your wall general, one for cavalry. You have one for each that you can play with and set up as best you can, and then you have them long term. So that's about it. There is a link at the top of the general gear planner to the old video that kind of talks about how to use it. So you can watch that if you want. If not, that is cool too. Just remember that if you are doing wall general or something that you're planning to reinforce with, you would click that because it does change stuff. That's about it. Quick little update. I'll see you guys in the next video.